Here we have a digital sidecar. This is used to go in between the C-Rio and many of the things you need to connect to your robot. The digital sidecar has many inputs and outputs. On the left here we can see its 10 PWM outputs. You can use these to control things such as your motor controllers or servos. If you wish to use a servo with any of these PWM outs, make sure you put a jumper on these two pins next to the PWM connector. When you jump these two pins, it will supply power to whatever is connected to the PWM header. Over here we have our 14 digital I/O or digital in-out headers. These are used for many different things, mostly sensors. Next we have 8 relay headers. These are used to connect to our spike relays. Inside here you can see some LEDs. These tell you exactly what the digital sidecar is outputting. Here you can see our I2C connector. This one here can be used to connect I2C compatible NXT sensors. Yes, the Lego NXT sensors. And this right here is another I2C connector you can use to connect to non-NXT compatible I2C sensors. Then you have 3 LEDs down here. This one labeled BAT is to tell you whether your digital sidecar is getting power. The 5V is to tell you whether your 5V part is working, and the 6V LED is to tell you whether the 6V part is working. Then right here we have our power input. You take a WAGO connector. When you're building it, it will already have cables on it, and then you plug it in here, and then connect these leads to a 12V output from your power distribution board. Then we have our signal light header. This is used to connect the orange signal light that you have to put on your robot somewhere. The signal light tells field management what mode your robot's in and whether it's working. Last but not least, we have this connector. This connector is used to connect the digital sidecar to the C-Rio. To connect the digital sidecar, we use a cable like this. This side goes on the digital sidecar like this, and then you want to put the included screws into here so it doesn't fall out. Then you connect the other side to your C-Rio right here. You also want to put screws here.